Hey, so this is rolling footage from the just after the Ironman that we had on the 8th of October. Thought a few people kind of said that they actually quite enjoy this, so I thought I'd do a quick one. Well, it's not quick; it's 30 minutes, but just rolling with one of the younger Welsh lads, one of the Kudo guys. Really, really good Kudo guy. Got some interesting stuff as well. So like you can see there, he's trying to get his hips to the mat, make it really hard to take his back and get my hooks in. Having to kind of change my angle, go more into like a turtle top position, or we're attacking for just playing around with some different chokes from his position. Not really doing anything too crazy. You can kind of see his arm got stuck in between my legs, so he kind of reached that lead leg, which caused a bit of a problem and allowed me to kind of control him. So I started attacking for an arm bar position from here. Went into like a reverse triangle. Struggled at first, but ended up kind of tightening that up a little. Just adjusted the foot in a second. There we go. That tightened everything up, and then started pushing the head down. Elbow drop. Boom. Back into a roll. I think we're getting towards the end of the round. You can see Marie working with Kieran there. The camera placement here is absolutely awful, so apologies for that. Protecting my right knee a little bit at the moment because that's it's not great. It seems to be slipping, which is a fun new experience for me in jiu-jitsu. So working that kind of half guard with the foot on the inside. I think I mentioned this in previous roles. I kind of use this quite a bit to not only elevate but to protect the legs. So if I'm rolling with someone and I'm worried about leg locks, so I kind of like that position. There's a Polish guy, I'm not going to butcher his name, I think, who I think he just recently won IBJJF Worlds. Winowski, something like that. I can't remember his name. Sorry to all my Polish friends. I'm trying, but I'm not very good at Polish. Next role is with AJ. So AJ, absolutely fantastic Kudo practitioner. Really getting stuck into the jiu-jitsu with us as well. It's great kind of seeing his progression. Just need Kieran to bloody move. Cheers, Kieran. I know, butt shot. So again, just kind of taking bottom position, still protecting that knee a little bit, but like with lighter people, I tend to try and work from underneath first of all, just to give people opportunities to kind of move around and get on top. Leaving his arm in a little bit, so I can use that to use it as a sweep, build on that because I wanted to get on top and just kind of slow things down. Really good at kind of creating a scramble. So like his kind of him trying to get into guard was quite good. So I had to kind of kill that using my left knee into the hip, kind of try to square the hips away a little bit. He can catch my leg at that point. Oh no! So going through. So he's using some good frames. Let me creep up a little bit. So his elbow position could have been a little bit tighter, but did make it difficult. That's Mal in frame there. Moving to kind of knee on belly, not putting all my weight on top because I'm quite chunky at the moment, and that's a dick move when you're going with so much lighter. Again, you can see him, using that guard recovery really well. I'm trying to keep him on his shoulder, preferably onto his back, and just kind of slow things down a little bit. And anytime I'm going with someone who's really fast at moving and really good at creating scrambles, and just usually kind of babying an injury, try and slow things down a little bit. You see there, he tried to kind of sit out to get out, but like we've got really good control, which we call a casualty control, or casualty position, which kind of helps us kind of keep that back as well. See Marie trading leg locks with Jay, who's just recently got his brown belt. Well done, Jay. Great work, buddy. So yeah, just again, I think this might be a little bit of tiredness as well as worrying about my injury. Just getting on top of AJ, looking at using a little bit of a soul stealer. Again, like his ability to kind of create that scramble and he's trying to get that bottom knee through, which is really good. You know, these are all really good traits, which, especially as a lighter person, which AJ is often, you have to develop these sort of skills to make sure you're not getting crushed all the time. I think I was going to go for a DAS, but got lazy. God knows what I'm saying there. Hip drag, try and set the back. Again, just being a little bit careful of that right leg, not kicking it all the way through because I don't want to pick up any injuries. And there we are, slowly dying. Looking around for the next victim. Again, I try to just roll with the smaller guys in this particular role. See Judo Andy there, looking like I am a prime donut ready to feast on. But yeah, not today. Definitely put a bit of weight on there. Not good. And again, like a guy. So this chap trains with Solomon in Bradford City Centre, so I've not rolled with him before. So yeah, just kind of again keeping a defensive position. As soon as it starts coming in, you saw that left knee come in to create a little bit of a frame. You know, making sure I'm using my elbow to start looking at my escapes and stuff, so that I can get inside and get that connection with my chest or my belly. And play around with a choke. See where it goes to from here. Just feel back there on his way out. Just running around. Yeah, especially new guys like, especially white belts. I try and just not crush. Like I think it's always a bit of a mean thing to do. It's just just crush some new guy you've never rolled with before. So at this point he's actually playing around, looking at sitting back on the leg lock. So I started freaking out a little bit, bring him in, start bringing that leg over just to keep him a little bit closer, working into that kind of certain position. Did quite well at kind of pushing me back and not giving me the ability to kind of drive my hips through. Again, started grabbing that foot just with my legs being so banged up at the moment. Quickly bailed and let him go on top. Use that funky old that old school roll. Here we can see Jay and Chris rolling. See how so that's interesting that Chris grabbed that leg as well. That kind of that position. That leg. So like going for kind of a single, but it's really difficult to do that, and this is where you end up in this crucifix position. Can feel like you're going to get out, but often it really does put you in a bad spot. Me back in, just playing a little bit along, just again, nothing too serious. Then jump across, take my back. Again, use that same sort of roll because his elbow were in super deep, so using that old school roll. So, just probably worth thinking about. So, like when you're learning kind of jiu-jitsu, your hooks and especially taking the back can be really important. So, like his hooks not being in, it does make it really difficult to keep that control. You could argue that the chest on back position, especially with the rear naked choke, is probably more important. But I think for me, it's only more important if you are in or nearly in the rear naked choke position. Then you can kind of abandon not having your hooks. If you just kind of either in a seatbelt or you just kind of got some weird like double underhook position, it can be a bit tricky. It's guaranteed that you're gonna have a good position on that one. So rolling with Emelec. So Emelec's one of our students who was part of no, that's not right. She's one of our students who came through the Witch Warrior program we did a couple of years ago. Don't really get a chance to train with them much now because we've moved out of the city centre and she's at the other side, so super difficult for her to get over. But always a fun role, great energy, always really funny. It's work again. Like Emily's got a stripe on her white belt. Not significantly smaller than me, so again, just allowing her to get top position and kind of working through more of the bottom submissions. Got 2 judo lads there going after it. Chris is actually brown belted. He's actually brown belted judo, and he's got a really good armbar. Actually, I think we were rolling together a couple of weeks ago, and I was kind of messing around. And he hit an armbar everywhere because it says right. He's such an idiot. Where am I? There we are. So again, kind of playing more of a loose kind of guard. Well, that was a nice reversal from Andy. That was a really good butterfly sweep. That was really good. Chris has given up just from the sweep by the looks of it. So if I were Chris in this position, instead of pushing away, I'd try and get an underhook using the arm. You see, he's got an underhook on his right side, but really needs that underhook on his left side, because anytime he tries to bail out on that right side, Andy's weight's on top of him, so it's going to be real difficult to do anything with that. Did well at scramble there. That was quite interesting. Let's just scrambling around. It's got a really good scramble. Good at him, like I say, he's always moving, always trying new things, which is really cool to see. Okay. Got to have a bit of fun, I guess. So. Oh, nice scissor sweep from Andy there. So Andy to get on top here, all he needs to do is something with that knee. So I'd kind of taken it to the side to kind of pancake the knee or push the knee through. That'd really kind of cause Chris some problems. So even though he's kind of put his weight down there, like Chris has done there, it's on half guard. So again, if he kind of looks at getting his left underhook and get onto his right side, that's going to open a few more opportunities. It's just going underneath the other way. Man, how the hell is he getting that? Right. Next time I roll with Chris, I'm going to show him. But that's the end of the roll. Hopefully you found that useful. A really good weekend. Really enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone who came down. We had a lot of people come down who I hadn't seen for a couple of months, which was really nice. First time training with us at the new place. Hopefully they keep coming, and great to have the Welsh guys up. Great to have the judo regulars as well. If you found this useful, let us know. If you didn't, let me know. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't,